Hello, I'm Pastor Joe, and I want to welcome you to 2-Minute Tuesdays Together, where we're continuing our exploration of some of the leaders of the Reformation. You know, when we talk about the Reformation, we're not talking about one specific point in history. We're talking about a time in history, a period in history. And we're not talking about one person or one location. We began with Martin Luther in Germany. We looked at Zwingli in Switzerland. Today, I want us to look at the Reformation in England. Now, often when we're talking about leaders in the Reformation, we're looking at ministers, pastors, theologians. But today we're going to be looking at a different sort of leader that was very instrumental in the Reformation in England, and that is King Henry VIII. So let's get 2 minutes on the clock and let's go. King Henry VIII was born in 1491. And when he was only 17 years old, he was named King of England. Now, 6 weeks after this 17-year-old was named King of England, he married Catherine of Aragon. Now, these two ended up having 6 children. I believe it was 3 boys and 3 girls. But tragically, 5 out of those 6 children died during infancy. Well, around the 1520s, King Henry VIII became infatuated with a young lady that was in Catherine's entourage. Her name was Anne Boleyn. And so because of this infatuation with this young lady, and because King Henry was beginning to think that his marriage to Catherine was cursed by God, because he had read about a ban in the Old Testament about marrying the widow of your brother, he petitioned the Pope to annul his marriage. And because if he could get an annulment, then he would be free to marry Anne Boleyn. Well, the Pope did not grant the annulment. The Pope denied that petition. But with the backing of the English Parliament and with clergy within the churches of England, King Henry VIII decided that he did not need the approval or the authority of the Pope to rule on matters related to issues within the Church of England. And so he virtually broke with the Catholic Church. And so we have the beginning of the Church of England, which really launched England into to the Reformation movement. Now, King Henry went on to serve as King of England for 36 years before his death in 1547. Well, look, I hope that this has been informative and interesting as we continue to explore the leaders of the Reformation. Before you leave, please do those 3 things that I ask you to do each week. Hit like, hit share, and subscribe to my channel.